Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is SincerelyOghosa. I'm doing a curly fro today inspired by Peak Mill with a really cool like ombre twist to it. Now I decided to include a second clip of my hair, which was like the first time I styled it, and I just feel like the curls looked a lot better then, so here it is. As you can see, the curls are a lot looser and stuff, and that's because I took bigger chunks when putting in the perm rods. But yeah, I just feel like the hair looked a lot better that day. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do click that button below. Now let's get into the tutorial. So obviously you'll need like a mannequin head and a wig cap, which I'm really struggling to put on there, but I got it on in the end. And today I'll be using a company called Yolissa hair, and I got, I think, 4 bundles of 14 inches in Brazilian curly. The hair's really nice, as you can see, really shiny, and it took, obviously I'm going to bleach it eventually, and it took to the bleach quite well. The hair curl wasn't damaged, so I really like that. And yeah, I really enjoyed using this hair. The links to the hair are below. Now obviously I'm going to be sewing onto the wig cap, so I'm going around the perimeter, I think it's the word, perimeter of the wig cap, making sure I start at the very bottom. And instead of sewing two rows of wefts at a time, definitely use one. I made that mistake and I had to go and correct that later on. So go one row at a time. If you have a hot glue gun, that would be best, and just go round and round and round until obviously you start to close the gap of the wig cap. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going round and round, really. Now once the gap starts to get smaller and smaller, I just start getting more vigilant in terms of my sewing and making sure I'm a lot more careful, making sure that there's no gaps between the wefts at that stage. So I'm making sure it's really tight, really close together. And once I start to close in the gap, I start sewing not just through the wig cap and through the hair, but also through the weft. So I'm taking my needle, piercing the weft and going through the wig cap, making sure that the wefts are very attached to the wig cap, so that, you know, when the wind blows or whatever, like, everything will be fine. Even if you brush it, it'll be, you know, secure and safe. And yeah, so here's like a more zoomed in clip. So I'm cutting the weft, sorry about my hand in the way, and as I said before, just making sure I go very tightly into the weft and attach that to the wig cap.
Baby, me just wanna touch that, enter me radar. Now you dey mash up the place, enter me radar. Girl, you are what's in me brain, the only special one for me.
Now after I'm done doing that, I'm going to be bleaching the hair, and I used a 40 volume developer bleach powder that I got from my local beauty store, and I went over the hair, leaving about 2 inches of the hair unbleached, and I left that bleach mix on there for about an hour. It did take a while to process, but eventually it did get there, and I liked the colour that came out. And then the second time I decided to go in with some highlights, and yeah, I really like how the colour came out. Like, it's a gorgeous like golden brown honey toned. Excuse the mad light there. My brother punched it in a tantrum when he was like 12, and no one's bothered to fix it. So yeah, I'm just like going through the hair with some hairspray, and then I'm going to be applying the perm rods. Now one mistake I made that I didn't film me correcting was that I didn't really comb with a thin toothbrush the strands of hair, because I then found that if I didn't do that, then I would still get some curls in the curl pattern, and I wouldn't get like a really defined perm rod style curl. If you follow me on Snapchat, hashtag follow me on Snapchat, SincerelyOghosa. If you follow me on Snapchat, you'll see what it looked like initially. Yeah, just mess all over the gaff. So now I've learnt my lesson, so I'm combing it through, and I'm putting on the perm rods in quite big chunks, and that's what gave it those really nice bouncy curls in the Notting Hill video clip that I filmed. So yeah, I'm just applying the perm rods. I got about 25, which was a mistake. I should have got about 50 or maybe about 70 actually, because there was a lot of hair. I did use big sections, but even still I ended up running out of perm rods, and I didn't have time to go and buy some more. So I ended up just using some spare bendy rollers I had, which to be honest gave like a similar look anyway, and I was really happy with how it came out. So as you can see, I've left them in overnight, and I feel like that's the best way to make sure that the curls are really defined. So as you can see, I'm taking them out and the curls are like really bouncy, really nice and tight. And what I do is I take them all out and then I started separating the curls.
Baby, tell me who's that? Look back, baby, make you look back. Move that, way you move that.
So as you can see, the sections are really, really big that I'm taking out of the bendy rollers and the perm rods, and that's the best way to get that really cute bouncy look. If it's too small, it can end up looking a little bit Jackson 5. So the intro of my video I wasn't too happy with because I think the sections were just a bit too small, and yeah. Anyway, so now I'm going to start separating the curls like strand by strand, and yeah, I separated it into about 4 mini strands in each big section, and I found that that gives it a really nice big afro look, and I loved the way my hair turned out on that first day. And yeah, I love this wig, I love this hair, like I cannot wait to rock this more, especially in the winter. It's a really good protective style. I can see like why Peak Mill loved her style so much, and yeah, I'm really glad that I used her one for inspiration, and that's how the hair turned out. If you haven't seen my last video and if you haven't subscribed, please click left. If you haven't seen the last video, click right. Thanks for watching. Bye.